Well, last night was a cold one, but we had crystal clear skies and there was a little bit of a solar storm happening. So one of our viewers, Bob, was out in Goshen at a lake very far away from any city lights to capture the northern lights. Now, according to him, he didn't visually see them. You need a long exposure on your camera to be able to pick up some of those colors when the storm is weak. And that's most storms for Western Mass. If you want to see something like this with the naked eye, we need a very powerful solar storm to be able to see them this far south. If you want to check that out normally, you head, the farther north you go, the better chance you have. But it was definitely an amazing capture here. And you can see a little meteor just right on the edge, just quickly shooting by. So it was a great still shot. Currently, all we have in place is cloud cover. Of course, the sun has been down for a while now. It's chilly out there tonight. Wet weather's trying to reach the ground, but so far the valley isn't really seeing anything. We're sitting currently at 41 degrees in Agawam. You can see some heavier precipitation now moving into the Worcester Hills. And across the higher elevations, some of that precipitation has actually made it to the ground. Some wet snow falling in Coleraine and in some of the hills in Gill earlier this afternoon, from what some of the viewers have said. And there's some spotty showers that are still off to the west that may come through overnight, but it's much more hit or miss. The mid-levels of the atmosphere are still pretty dry, so it's evaporating a lot of that moisture before it even reaches the ground here in the valley. So if there is a shower, the best shot at seeing it's going to be across the hills. Doubtful anything will stick. Temperatures will be dropping eventually back into the low 30s overnight as we get some partial clearing past midnight. Skies will remain partly to mostly cloudy, with the clouds really hanging tough across the Berkshires through sunrise tomorrow. And there could still even be a snow shower or flurry in the Berkshires tomorrow morning. But then drier air is going to come down from the north and west. It's going to help to give us some partial clearing in the valley. Clouds again staying tough across the Berkshires due to that northwest flow. And the day looks dry. Seasonably chilly. High temperatures are going to end up in the low to mid 40s, even a few upper 40s possible in some of the downtown areas tomorrow. Then we'll have fair skies tomorrow evening, and we're expecting a little bit more sunshine the next couple of days. So temperatures are still slightly below normal tomorrow. The average high this time of year in Springfield is about 51 degrees. We're not quite there yet, but that will change as the week goes on. A cool breeze coming down from the northwest tomorrow. Wind could get up to about 10 to 15 miles an hour in the afternoon. Then on Wednesday, breezes lighter and shifting more out of the south. And we have more of a westerly breeze on Thursday. And that's going to help to bring in some of the warmer temperatures. Wednesday and Thursday looking like the nicest days of the week, especially Thursday. Friday is also looking dry and mild, but Friday night we're watching two systems. The first one is a cold front coming in out of the west. The other one is some tropical moisture that we're keeping an eye on down across the Caribbean. While it may not necessarily be a named system by any means, it's still got some heavy rain with it. Right now, best shot at seeing the heaviest rain is going to be out across the eastern shoreline, but we could still end up with some wet weather that could be on the heavy side at times if that track shifts a little bit. So that's the next one to watch, and that'll be on Saturday. I doubt there'll be much of a flooding concern. It looks like a quick mover, so we're talking late Friday night through at least Saturday morning where we would have some rain to deal with. But it's dry and gradually warmer before that system gets here. Once we're behind it, we're breezy and a little bit cooler heading into early next week. There are some hints at maybe some rain showers on Wednesday, but right now Thanksgiving is trending dry. Back to you.